This isn't my first time ever on the freeway with our new Trackback GT500, and this is very nerve-wracking because we still don't have the clear bra put on the car. And as you guys know, these stripes cost $10,000. Somehow I have to dodge all rocks, which is like really hard to do over in California because rocks fly all over the place on the freeway, that and like debris. Even these big trailers and trucks, those are like big no-nos, because if you get near those, there's no telling what will happen to your paint job. Anyway, so as you can see, we completely left the car as is. Now, I have barely even driven this car. It's just now crossing 150 miles, but we have in total, I think, 30 more miles to go until we make it to Elite Finish over in San Diego, California. Awesome team there. I'm super excited about it because we're gonna be getting this car PPF so that we can track it, race it, you name it. And the feeling of having this car protected is just gonna be so much better than it is now. Anyway, so we're almost there. I'll hit you guys back up once we get closer. Okay, this is it. I think we're about a mile away from Elite Finish. And what's crazy is that on this road, there are potholes everywhere. And having carbon fiber wheels that cost almost like 20 grand, I think. You have to really be careful while driving this new Trackback GT500. I mean, you really have to, because one pothole that your wheel falls into, you are screwed. Look at these dips. Let's get outside and try to meet up with Wes. Hey Wes, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Good to see you. I am super excited about this, you know that?
We are too.
The car finally came in, as you can see. I'm actually afraid to drive it right now because of the painted stripes. It's like freaking me out.
Yeah,
the $10,000 stripes. But you know what, coming from you got a GT350R. What do you think of the carbon fiber wheels on this right here?
Dude, I love them. Honestly, I'm really impressed by like how well this weave is all laid out. And you can see there's no weird like weave overlap and blemishes.
Yeah.
Everything's laid out nice. Also, immediately, as soon as I walked out, I'm really impressed by the attention to detail of the color of the weave, all tying cleanly through the wing, the wheels, and the dash.
I didn't realize that, actually. You're right. It does all tie in so well together, man.
You know, sometimes you see like, it's
yeah,
like a little yellow or a little, it's like, it's really well thought out.
But you know what? I'd introduce you guys properly. Wes here owns Elite Finish next to San Diego, California. And the reason why I came here again was because he's a fellow Shelby enthusiast, fellow Shelby owner. And that makes it even better. Later we'll have to take this car out for a spin and we'll have to rip it up with it, because that'll be a lot of fun.
It'll be fun.
But you know what? Since we do have this car with the stripes, so I want to get your opinion of the finish on it, because I'm not, pro detailer. I'm not so good with this paint. Do you think they did a good job with it or what?
Yeah, it looks really good. Honestly, I feel like they did a really nice job of delivering the paint. I don't see any weird like nib marks or any blemishes like that. The line looks really nice and straight. What's nice about this too, with it being painted, is the fact that it comes completely around, right?
Oh yeah, huh?
And so if on say if you have a vinyl stripes, whenever you get like factory or OEM vinyl stripes, they're always cut short. And the reason they do that is they need not only the factory but also dealerships. If dealerships have to reinstall vinyl, it has to be an easy install for them.
that makes sense.
So they always cut it short. So having it painted and goes all the way, it just looks so much cleaner. To be honest, I do think that it's a fair price. There's a lot of labor that goes into getting these stripes laid out. Getting them straight all the way down the car is actually quite a difficult task. So, and if you think about the production of a car, they can line up cars and just paint them. As soon as you introduce a stripe like this, you're now adding this very labor intensive human element to it.
Yeah.
So it totally disrupts the manufacturing flow. So $10,000 is actually pretty affordable. There's a lot of cars you're talking 20, 30, 40 grand for stuff like this. Yeah,
this is why you got to get PPF, guys, because it's going to save you at the end of the day. And plus, I'm doing this because we track these cars so much, and going on the track, like you were saying earlier, the rock chips, they can ruin your paint job. These stripes being so expensive and being finished so well, I couldn't imagine damaging them. But speaking of that, do you mind if you give us a quick tour of the shop?
Take a look.
Sweet.
I don't get tired of it. I want to keep my eyes on this.
Well, it matches the blue on your sign up there, Elite Finish.
Yep. see where all the magic happens.
All right. Appreciate it. So this is where the clear bar actually gets installed, right?
This is our dyno wall. These are all the empty boxes
of
STEK that we've installed.
Sweet.
There's actually a whole other wall behind a bunch of stuff. There's actually storage right there. It's kind of cool.
So we're getting STEK. You said it was Dyno
Shield.
Dyno Shield.
Yes.
And then I think I was reading online it was hydrophobic properties with that as well.
It does. The top coat has not only the self-healing attributes, but it's also ceramic coated built in. We're going to still top it with our own ceramic coating to add even more hydrophobics, but it already does come with some.
It should shine pretty well, right? And then the finish.
Oh, dude, it's going to be super slick, super shiny. The orange peel texture in Dyno Shield is better than every other film out there.
Oh, Lamborghini Urus?
Yes, sir.
Wow. So is this customer getting the full PPF as well?
Yes. So what's actually happening, the whole vehicle is gloss black, and we're wrapping with it's called Dyno Matte. So Dyno Matte it's really more of a satin, but it's kind of like a satin matte type finish, so to totally transform the look. What's cool about using this kind of material, believe it or not, it's actually even easier to clean. But what's interesting, if you pan over here, you can see that this is all from install, the splatter, but you can see all the shadows, the way the lines pop from doing the matte finish.
Do a lot of guys get the matte finish on their cars?
A decent amount, yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah. So my priority for your car for this trip, obviously we're gonna be fully PPFing the car, but we wanna at least get the entire front, and I'll show you, I'll demonstrate where exactly, but the A pillar comes up over the top pillar over the windows, and then it becomes the quarter panel down to the rocker. I want to put one big piece on that, and then put a piece down on the rocker as well. And then because you have those stripes especially, we want to get the roof done. So that's really our first goal, so that you can go out and get your first track day out of the way. But then when it comes back, we're going to finish doing the doors as well as then the trunk and the rear bumper. So ultimately having full coverage is of course the best kind of peace of mind, but we're going to at least get the highest impact areas taken care of for you.
And this is it, right? Your GT350R? Man, dude, that looks so good. I love what you did with it. The finish on that.
It's it's my humble little project.
So this completely, what inspired you to make this combo right here with the blue and the white?
It's interesting. It started with, I work with HRE very closely, and I had bright green HREs. And the calipers, of course, on the 350R are red. Well, that combination wasn't working so great. So I kept trying to find a color that worked with the green. And ultimately I found a vinyl right here, and right here, it's called Satin Ocean Shimmer. And so we actually made a custom paint and painted our calipers, and now it just kind of took off. The color of my brand already has the light blue in it.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize that before. It's perfect then. Yeah, it's got the right contrast with it. You know what, Wes? You're the same color badges as the new Heritage GT350. You realize that?
I noticed that they did that after the fact.
After the fact. There you go. That's a good way to put it.
So you can see, and this was actually what I did, was I pulled off my red badge and it was easier to take a replica badge, spray the blue, and then have this is all pinstriped, all done by hand, and then satin cleared over that. Again, all custom painted with my custom branding on there. Archetype Racing made this really cool splitter. This material, it's a carbon composite, so it's not like a carbon fiber splitter that's just gonna explode on me. Look at.
Oh my, I wouldn't do that.
Right? We have a little switch, and
everything matches.
White roll cage. The mirrors are going to be dry carbon. We're going to finish the wheels in dry carbon.
That would be so cool seeing that. Oh my god.
These are dry carbon. So you've got all gloss carbon on yours. I'm going to have all dry carbon on mine.
This thing dwarfs my wing. We got to get these two cars side by side when I pick it up. You can adjust this, right? So
yes, sir.
This is the harshest angle?
No, that's pretty mellow actually.
That's the mellow angle?
I can adjust this really far, yeah.
That's massive. What was the size of the Whipple supercharger again?
3-liter Whipple.
You got to give me a ride in this car later,
sure.
dude. That'll be so crazy, because being a manual too, so you got something the GT500 does, and I got the DCT. You got to say goodbye to the manual.
I know. You technically do have the faster transmission variant. However, I still prefer, I prefer the,
Nothing like it.
it's just amazing.
I really appreciate
Yeah.
the entire tour and stuff.
For sure.
And yeah, it's really cool checking out your GT350.
Thank you.
Man, I can't express how excited I'm to get this car protected because it's really important.
Well, we're super excited and I appreciate you trusting in my team. And I guess now I just need a key.
There we go. The key's gone.
All right, man.
And here we are, we left the shop. We're in the CA Corvette right now. And the way this thing drives, I love it so much. You hear the pop just now with the upshift, and the 500 does that as well. But the thing about this car is that when you drive it right after driving a new GT500, you notice that this car feels faster than it really is. And that's because the amount of torque this motor has. It's a Chevy pushrod V8, and you have that torque literally everywhere in the power band. Step on the throttle, even in second gear right now, and you just feel yourself fly back in the seat. It's a really cool sensation. What's nice about the new 2020 GT500 is that higher in the RPM band, everything starts building up gradually. And towards the peak RPM, which is about 7,500, that's when you get max of everything. Both of these engines couldn't be any more different than each other. Anyways, hope you enjoyed watching that quick tour of Wes's shop. Now, the reason why I showed it again was because I know just how important it is to get these cars paint protected, especially when it comes to paying for the $10,000 over-the-top stripes. And so many of you have reached out to me asking me, hey, what do you plan on doing with this car? You have to protect it because you couldn't imagine damaging those stripes. And I have listened to all of you, and we are making sure the car is in the best shape possible for us to race it. So also, if you have a new GT500 coming in or a trackback, this is something I would highly recommend that you look into just because it's going to protect the paint for all those years down the road. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. It really help me out. Also subscribe for much more great Corvette and Shelby videos coming your way. I'll see all of you in the next episode.